Today's horoscope, Taurus October 2nd, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With Venus in your partnership sector these days, you're in good shape for attracting and improving relationships, especially of a one-on-one nature. You tend to draw in helpful or kind people, and you seek out company. With Venus heading into harmony with Ceres, you're in a perfect position for counseling, agreements, and negotiations. You naturally harmonize with others or seek someone who complements you well now. Today, on the eve of a solar eclipse, take a light schedule and find peaceful activities to participate in for the best results. This eclipse will occur in your work and health sector, bringing new beginnings and fresh energy to these areas of life. New plans and projects are on the horizon. Today, reflect on what you'd like to change, but put plans into action later when new information is bound to emerge. You are now in the midst of the eye of the storm. Eclipse season is often like a hurricane that kicks up cosmic dust upon your path. The first eclipse always brings shifts, yet you are forced to still march through into the eye. Right now, you may feel as if you're pausing, assessing your terrain, knowing that something else major is just about to happen. The second eclipse during this season always brings monumental news, as well. Creep forward as you continue to keep your wits and balance about you. Turning points are everywhere around you. What could you create? Do not let your inner critic restrict your talents and capabilities, as the moon in Virgo trines Uranus retrograde in your sign. There is a chance to refine a passion project, skill, or strength at work. You could set the intention to work on your confidence with your self-expression in your work life. Emotional highs and lows may settle in, especially if you struggle to be creative at work. Let your inner inhibitions go. Allow yourself to have fun and show off what you are good at throughout your workday. Making the best of a difficult situation is something that you are so gifted at. It often escapes you just how much you are willing to work at having a positive attitude. However, sometimes it can be useful to notice what you don't like about a given situation. Allow yourself to feel disappointment sometimes. It is not always up to you to make the best of it. Practice conserving your positive attitude and willpower for situations that really deserve it. The vibrations of the day will make you think about your social status. Are you really where you want to be, my friend? Do you feel exploited these days? Maybe it's time to rebel. Of course, you don't usually act this way. You are known for your ability to compromise. But there's nothing better than a good kick in the pants to get things in order, and you could take advantage of the surprise effect to get what you deserve. While the sun and moon are currently focusing on different aspects of your life, dividing your attention between work and play, they will align tomorrow to initiate the lead-up to an eclipsing new moon in your busy work sector. The moon's first visit to a playful and creative part of your chart since all planetary activity here ended last week is a final push to achieve the right balance between work and leisure. This alignment also helps you prepare for an upcoming solar that may introduce unexpected changes. Having the moon return to your romantic sector days after the sun and Mercury's departure last week ended all planetary activity on the romantic front for the year has been a chance to capture the spirit of romance and help with the transition. Instead of the tap suddenly being turned off, today's romantically charged lunar vibes are helping you adjust to no longer having planets that are making matters of the heart a priority, while at the same time, life is getting busier. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Libra at the start of a new month, it's the perfect time to ask yourself, how can you regain balance and find peace in your life? Libra's energy invites us to seek emotional harmony and create a sense of equilibrium in our hearts and minds. So, what brings you that sense of peace? Perhaps it's confiding in a close friend, spending time with a loved one, or diving into a hobby that makes your soul sing. It could even be something as simple as taking a quiet moment for yourself, away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Whatever it is, this is your gentle reminder to focus on what helps you feel mentally, spiritually, and emotionally aligned. Have you noticed how much better you feel when you make time for the things that truly nourish your spirit? Maybe it's a favorite pastime that you haven't indulged in for a while, Or perhaps it's just sitting in silence and reflecting. Life has a way of pulling us in a million directions, but today, you're being encouraged to slow down and reconnect with what brings you peace. This sense of self-confidence and clarity is a beautiful gift of the current cosmic alignment. But here's something to keep in mind. Sometimes, when we feel empowered, we can come across as overly confident or even a little arrogant without meaning to, of course. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were sure you had the best solution, but in pushing that belief, you unintentionally rubbed others the wrong way? It's all too easy to forget that even when we're sure we're right, there's always value in listening to others' perspectives. The energy right now is about balance, not just within yourself but in how you relate to others. Being modest and diplomatic can help you avoid unnecessary conflicts. Even if your ideas are spot on, adopting a more collaborative approach can turn potential friction into productive discussions. So, instead of questioning everything around you, take a step back and let your natural charm and tact guide you toward more harmonious outcomes. Speaking of harmony, if you've been feeling tense or irritable lately, it's a good idea to check in with yourself and your emotions. Do you feel like your patience has been running thin, or maybe you've been overreacting to minor annoyances? It happens to the best of us. Have you ever noticed that when you're stressed, even the smallest things can feel overwhelming? Sometimes, we unknowingly project our inner tension onto those around us, which only adds to the strain in our relationships. But here's the catch: sometimes, clarity requires a pause before action. Have you ever rushed into something the moment it felt right, only to realize later that you could have taken a more thoughtful approach? Don't be afraid to take a step back, even if it feels like you're moving in reverse. Reassessing old plans or revisiting past decisions can be exactly what you need to set yourself up for greater success. Remember, stepping back isn't a setback, it's a way to ensure you're heading in the right direction with full confidence. If you've noticed a bit of tension building in your relationships lately, maybe some disagreements or a sense of friction, this is the perfect moment to dial it back and aim for quality over quantity in your interactions. Think about it. When was the last time a heated debate left you feeling truly satisfied or closer to the other person? More often than not, it just leads to frustration on both sides. The Sun and Mercury in Libra are gently encouraging you to prioritize diplomacy and harmony. Instead of pushing your point or trying to win the argument, try listening with an open heart. Seek common ground and approach discussions with a mindset of collaboration rather than competition. Have you ever had a moment where simply pausing to listen helped you resolve a conflict more easily than you expected? When you approach conversations with patience, you create space for understanding, and that's when real progress is made. So, as you navigate the day, think about how you can bring more balance into your interactions. Whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues, try to lead with empathy and openness. This not only strengthens your relationships but also fosters an atmosphere where everyone feels heard and valued. How are you feeling today? Have you experienced any moments of clarity or a sense of balance starting to return? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Drop a comment below and share what brings you peace or how you're working to create harmony in your life this month. Let's support each other on this journey.